Hello again. Today we are going to talk about education and society in Singapore. Okay, we are going to start with education. And Singapore is the best. It's the country with the best educational system in the world. And the Singapore method is based on a metacognition and favor personalized teaching, and the teacher remains in a secondary role and the student being the protagonist of the educational process. And in Singapore, children aged 3 through 6 can attend either a public or private kindergarten or a children care center. And this most children care center or kindergarten in Singapore are privately run by licensed by ECDA. And beginning in 2013, the government opened a small number of public kindergarten to model quality programming and further expand access to early education. And ECDA regulates programs for children aged 4 and 6 as well as programs for younger children. And data from program inspections are not publicly available. And ECDA established the Singapore Preschool Accreditation Framework. It's SPARK to accredit centers. And in Singapore, the system includes 6 years of primary school, followed by 4 to 6 years of secondary school and 1 to 3 years of post-secondary school. And the curriculum of primary school is common for all students in years 1 to 4. And for years 5 and 6, a student can take individual courses in the foundation or standard level. And there are 3 streams. It's normal, it's academic, express, and normal technical. There are 2 normal academic and technical. And in most cases, students score on the primary school leaving examination is its name PSLE, are the primary determinant of the stream they will join. In Singapore also has 4 specialized schools for students who perform poorly in the PSLE. And this school offer foundation coursework in mathematics and literacy, and there are also specialized independent school and focus on the arts, sports, mathematics, science. And this school receive public funding. And on the other hand, a student who want to apply a university stay in secondary school for additional 2 years to take A-level courses and as part of the integrated program. And junior college offer 2 or 3 years pre-university education, preparing students for the required examination and to enroll in universities or for entry into polytechnic. So let's go with the other topic about education.
Okay, following with the Singapore's education, I'm going to talk about the standards and curriculum. Okay, the Ministry of Education oversees the development of the national curriculum, which includes desired outcomes of education, and the desired outcomes are students' excellence in life skills, knowledge skills, and subject discipline knowledge organized into 8 core skills and values such as character development, self-management skills, social and cooperative skills, literacy and numeracy, communication skills, information skill, thinking skills, and creativity, and knowledge application skills. Now, the primary school curriculum includes STEM subjects in areas such as English, mother tongue language, mathematics, science, art, music, physical education, social studies, and character and citizenship education. And now the secondary education varies depending on the school and program type. For example, students in the express and normal, for example, academic program, are required to take English, mother language, mathematics, science, and humanity. For example, geography, history, and English literature. And for students in the normal or technical program, compulsory subjects include English, mother tongue language, mathematics, computer applications, and social studies. There are electives available for both technical and normal program as well. And also the Ministry of Education has been very involved with the implementation of its primary and secondary curriculum. During the shift from rote learning, the current model emphasizing students' engagement and creativity, and ministry officials were very hands-on in schools. They met regularly with schools leaders and developed extensive professional learning opportunities for teachers around the new curriculum. And however, in recent years, the ministry has taken a step back, encouraging schools to consider the curriculum as a framework which they should adapt to their students' needs. The ministry also encourages secondary schools to differentiate themselves through courses or special programs designed to attract students with shared interests. Now, talking about the assessment and qualifications, the teachers perform continuous assessment of their students at all levels of education, and on a day-to-day basis. This assessment is informal and based on students' work in and out the classroom. That's very important. Previously, all students in primary school took school-based exams throughout the year and at the end of the year. But in 2059, the government dropped the exams for primary and second. In 2021, dropped the mid-year exams for primary 3 and 5 as well as secondary 3. By removing these exams, the government hopes to shift focus away from grades and competition and toward learning for its own sake. Because as you know, in this country there are a lot of suicides from the charge of the education. That's why the government decide to remove this charge for education. And also at the secondary level, students take subject-based exams depending on their band. After 4 years of study, students take all level exams in the express and M-level exams in the normal technical program, and students in the normal academic program can take the N-level exams after 4 years of study, or the O-level exams after 5 years of study. Students who wish to study at university take A-level exam after an additional 2 years of studying. That's all about the curriculum standard and assessment in education of Singapore. That is a good education in this country. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let's move on.
And finally, we have the society Singapore. After landing on Changi International, you will be impressed with the finest of Singapore Airport, called the finest in the world by the travel industry. You will have little trouble getting to your hotel, since Singapore has plenty of taxis, modern expressways, and a sleek new subway. You will soon notice that the road traffic is carefully regulated with well-disciplined drivers. As you make your way through the city, you will be placed by the quite clean streets lined with trees and flowers beds. High-rise apartments and office buildings have packed 3 million people into 240 square miles. And you will not see any slum, homeless people, or beggars. By the time you arrive at your hotel, you'll be aware that almost everyone speaks English. English is taught as the first language in the schools and has become the common language for everyday communication. You will also learn that eating is a joy in Singapore, with many 5-star restaurants. Even the tap water is safe to drink. At night, you will have a little fear as you stroll through Singapore's safe streets. Today, Singapore is truly a multicultural and multilingual society with 4 official languages: Mandarin, Chinese, Malay, Tamil, and English. Singaporeans of Chinese descent, speaking a variety of dialects as well as Mandarin, make up more than 3/4 of the population. The Chinese are also the driving force behind the country's highly successful business community. Malay, mostly Muslim, account for the bulk of Singapore's low-income workers. Other Singaporeans are Hindus, Sikh, Muslims, and Christians from southern India. This great ethnic mix in Singapore especially influences the way the government runs the country. The people of Singapore today enjoy the highest standards of living in Asia, second only to the Japanese. The birth annual income is about the same as the United States. The unemployment rate is under 5%. Most people own their homes, mainly in comfortable apartments. Workers pay into a social security system that provides health care benefits, allows them to borrow in order to purchase a home, and enables most to retire at 55.